And welcome back, peeps. Now, where we left it last time, we'd just been in Gimlet's and we'd acquired a live mouse, which is part way to getting one of the items we need, but not quite yet. Right, we're going to go on a little item hunt now. So, the first place we're going to go looking is in here, in the Troll's Head. We'll stop for a drinky poo, shall we?
Barkeep, I'll have a pint of Winkle's Extra Flatulent, my good man. Down here! Oi! I said I'll have... Oi, come back here! Don't you know who I am? I am Casenanda, the second greatest lover who ever lived, and the ladder salesman extraordinaire. Come back!
Aw, poor Casenanda can't get himself a beer. Right, we'll take these matches. To begin with, they're gonna come in handy later on. Alright, Casenanda, let's learn a little more about you.
And you are?
I am Casenanda, ladder salesman and lover extraordinaire.
I don't know if there's anything particularly ordinary about that.
Oh, how we danced. How we danced through the night. We danced, and we danced, till our socks were alight.
Okay, I'll give you a mini applause for that. He is trying to be charming. The amount of charm I seem to find, this was genuinely overheard in Preston. Not a word of a lie. A guy used this on a girl. I need a bird, me. Be me bird. And you know what, peeps? It worked. Yeah. Sorry state of affairs. Right, anyway. Get back on track, Pixie. Right, ask him a question.
So, what does the world's second greatest lover do with his time?
Oh, I'm always looking for fresh challenges, sir. I look at it as my duty to bring a romance and step ladders into the lives of beautiful women everywhere.
Ladders, eh? Do elaborate.
This ladder of yours.
Ah, the finest ladder in all of the disc. The old equalizer, you might say. It allows the lover of a reduced altitude the opportunity to kiss his lady on the cheek instead of on the...
That's quite enough of that. Now look, I need a ladder. Can you get me one?
Oh, no, I only have one. And I need it for my romantic adventures. Introduce me to a beautiful woman, closer to the ground. A wild woman, a fair and beauteous flower. And the ladder shall be yours.
I hope it comes wash and wear.
Yes, challenge accepted. Right. Okay, before we grab a drink, let's go and find him his woman, who just happens to be over here. And this place actually happens to be the mortuary. Yes, we're looking for Casenanda's woman in the mortuary. And here she is.
Granny Weatherwax. A tough lady, this one. Best to let her get the beauty sleep she so obviously needs.
Yep, so as you can see, she's asleep. She's not dead, as she says on her sign right there. I ain't dead. Though I do love Granny Weatherwax, though. I have to say, she's probably my favourite character in the Discworld book series. She's fantastic. You know, a crotchety and cynical old woman, but with a good heart underneath all that, and will do the right thing if she can be asked. Right, now we want this knife here, because a knife is like having gold dust in a point-and-click game. Right, I think that's all we need from here. Okay. Right, Casenanda. Prepare to meet your match. Quite literally. There we go. Click the witch icon.
I found your perfect woman, I think. Or, to put it more accurately, I have found your greatest challenge. She's over in the mortuary.
You mean she's dead?
She doesn't seem to think so.
Hey, that's good enough for me.
Ew. Don't think I want to touch that ladder now. Ew. Right, now that Casananda's out of the way, let's grab a drink.
What'll it be, lady?
Greetings to you, my good man. And who might you be?
Who?
You. I'm asking you what your name is. Who are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Amazing, isn't it? In any other city, you'd be mayor by now. Just tell me what alcohol you have to drink. And by that, I mean something which neither eats through the glass bottle, serves as host to a colony of sentient protozoa, or ends me up in any obscure, farcical little problems with chaos theory and butterflies.
Yeah,
That's
that's all we've got. Protozoa. They're only little protozoa.
Ciliate or non-ciliate?
I think they're mostly rotifers.
Brilliant. He can't tie his shoes, but he can classify microorganisms. There's one for the education system. All right, give me one very alcoholic drink, complete with sentient rotifers.
You want I should make it look pretty with a couple of little amoebas on a steak?
All right, whatever. And they say the art of cocktail mixing is long dead.
Right, there we are. That's a nice flagon of ale there. And I love that reference to the first game. About him getting drunk on counterwise wine and trying to catch the butterfly. If any of my peeps have watched my original Discworld Let's Play, they'll remember that bit. Very entertaining. Right. Now then, we're going to go further left, because there's some more things we want to pick up. There. Oh, first we'll talk to this guy. He's absolutely hilarious.
Bring out your living dead. Bring out your living dead. Dead collected, corpses transported. Guaranteed disposal to far-off climes. The dear departed stay departed. They like it so much they never come back. Highly recommended service. Well, obviously the transportees themselves won't recommend us, but complaints are never ever received either. Bring out your living dead. Dead, sir?
Dead? Of course I'm not dead. Do I look dead?
No, hard to tell sometimes these days, sir. It's just that if you're dead, then you're stuck in trade. Our post-mortem travel service offers dozens of very exciting internment locations.
Look, I am not dead.
Look, you seem a little bit peaky. Why don't you just hop on the old cart for a minute, and if you pop off, then it saves us all a lot of trouble.
If it's all the same to you, I think I'll avoid resting my backside on a pile of carrion.
Suit yourself, sir. I'm sure they don't mind.
Yeah, but we do. So, peeps, if you're thinking of dying soon, come to this guy. He'll take you to a fantastic afterlife. Right, this is where we want to go next. This little house here. Also, a random little tidbit, peeps. In the first game, if you remember, if you went into the shades before you needed to, he would say, I need a very good reason before I go into the shades. And now he just walks in without a care in the world. He's grown some balls between the first game and this one. Right, this is what we want right here. Genie bottle.
A genie bottle, eh? Obviously a good home for beings of the non-substantial persuasion.
And there is a being of the non-substantial persuasion we want to attract. Now, Mrs. Cake. I love Mrs. Cake. She's such an eccentric old bat. She's brilliant.
Mrs. Cake? You'd think a hat that size would sap her strength, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but it is a rather amazing hat. It's pretty stylish, gotta be said. Now, while she's zonked out, we're gonna have a look around and be a little bit naughty and take some things. We're gonna take this ironing board right here. Because obviously we want to do some ironing on our way. And we'll take these scissors. Cut our way out of a tricky situation. Okay, there's two things you want to do with this dummy here. First of all is grab the petticoat. And I love how Rincewind gets so excited over a petticoat. Silly. But it is going to come in useful later. There you are, luggage. Take that. Now the next thing we want to do, grab your saw and chop the arm off. You'll understand why later, peeps, and we might as well do it now. Nice and discreet. That's it. There we are. Wooden knob. Right. Now let's have a natter to Mrs. Cake herself.
Is it? Oh, I haven't been outside.
Hello there. Nice day. Eh?
What? How dare you?
Now, in case you've noticed, this conversation is very mix-matched. Or mismatched. And the reason is, she already knows what you're going to say. So you have to respond with what you think Rincewind would have said to what she just said. And she just said, what? How dare you? So he's obviously making some kind of sly comment. So it's got to be the joke icon.
Look, I believe you're fouling up this whole conversation.
What do you mean? How do I do it?
Okay, that's a question, so that speaks to it. Speaks for itself. Dear Pixie, learn how to talk, Christ.
I just don't believe the hash you're making of a simple conversation. How are you managing to do it?
Ooh, yes, that's what I am. Why, does it show?
Okay, that one's not so obvious, but it's the thought icon.
She's talking like she already knows what I'm going to say. Is she a clairvoyant?
Well, it's nice to start all over again. I'm sorry about all that. Sometimes I forget I've left it on, you see.
Okay, and that suggests he started the conversation over. So, the greeting icon there.
Hello there. Nice day. Oh, damn it, we're back here again.
Eh? Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn my precognition off.
I bet we all wish we had precognition.
There we are. That should be much easier.
Okay. Genie bottle. Can we have it?
Might I borrow that genie bottle you have on the shelf up there?
I tell you what, you can have the bottle, but only if you get me some nice, fresh ectoplasm.
Ectoplasm? What? That stuff that drips down walls? Sort of ghostly goo?
That's the stuff. Nice and slippery.
Won't the wallpaper get all sticky?
That's what the punters want these days, dear. They don't think you're a proper psychic unless there's ectoplasm sloshing all over the place.
Ew, gross.
Where does ectoplasm come from, anyway?
Ooh, you can wring it out of spirits if you can catch 'em. Squish it out of 'em like wringing laundry.
Okay, good to know. And luckily, we do have a spirit in our possession. A spirit ripe for ringing. In the form of Le Haunted Brick, right there. Oh, with Chucky inside. Okay, now, let's head to the Unseen University. Because this is where we're going to ring out the spirit. And we'll do it in this thing right here, the accelerator.
A foam accelerator, eh? It looks like a giant drink mixer to me.
Thorm. A thorm is the basis and traditional unit of magical strength. It has been universally established as the amount of magic needed to create one small white pigeon or 3 normal-sized billiard balls. In this very room, the thorm has been successfully demonstrated to be made up of ressons, which literally translates to thingies, or reality fragments. Current research indicates that each resin is itself made up of a combination of at least 5 flavors, known as up, down, sideways, sex appeal, and peppermint.
Right. Well, let's add something a little exotic to that mix. By chucking the brick in. Okay. Oh, brick to the head. That's not good.
No, no, no. Don't you know it's wrong to mix spirits?
Ow, Chucky, 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 Chucky! Ow, Chucky, 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 Chucky!
Ooh, sounds nasty. Ew. Officially very gross. But now we are able to exchange it for the genie bottle. Okay. Back to Mrs. Cake. go. Here you are.
Here, take it and choke.
Okay, I'm sure there was a hell of a lot more than that when it slopped down on us, but never mind. Thank you. 1 genie bottle. Now, let's head back outside and head back to where foul old Ron and his smell are hanging out. Because we're going to catch a smell. We're going to catch a big one. I'm not scared. Sorry. Kind of went into we're going on a bear hunt there. Kinda getting two mediums mixed up. Right. Now he said that the smell likes boots. We have a pair, but we need to capture the smell, so stick them in the bottle.
There we go. A nice snug fit.
Lovely. Right. Here, vile smell. Come to Uncle Rincewind.
Piece, sir. Spare a gold piece.
Ain't got no gold pieces. There we go.
Great. I've just captured a smell. I wonder if I'll ever be able to shake it off.
We hope so. There we go. Right, now then. Let me think. Right, I know where we need to go next. We're gonna go somewhere we haven't been yet. And that, in fact, I think it's the only place we haven't... No, it isn't. It's one of 2 places we haven't been yet. Excuse me, and that's the docks. A couple of things to do here. First of all, that net that's full of fish, it has something in there we want. Namely, the hammerhead shark.
A hammer-headed shark. They're called hammerhead sharks, you know, because their head is shaped like a hammer. See? Now you can say you've used your computer for educational purposes.
Oh, it's always good if you can use that excuse. Right. Okay, let's use the knife that we acquired and chop this net. There we go. Go. Be free, little fishies, be free. Right. Grab the shark. No, really, grab the shark. It's that easy to grab a hammerhead shark, in case you didn't know. Now, this bird up here, we kind of want it. I know, very strange, but we want it. But we're going to have to give it some bait first, namely...
I better not poke it too hard, it might burst. Yuck.
Yeah. Here, have that. Nice big fish for you. Oop. Oops. Okay, come here, birdie birdie. We're gonna use you. Okay. Now we've got that. We'll go... Where do we want to go now? Oh yes, we want to go to the garden. Because we're going to get those 3 sticks that we need. We're going to get the mallets. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to replace them with items that we've accumulated. The first of which being the shark. Yes, believe it or not, you can swap this for the stick and he will not notice. Just watch. 1 stick. Oh, come on. There we go. Carry on this way. Now I believe we want to use the flamingo on the Dean. I believe. Or is it the bird? No, I think it's the flamingo. Nope, I'm right. There we go. There we go. 2 sticks. And finally, the wading bird that we just acquired. There we go. 3 sticks. Nice. Now this rooster right here, believe it or not, we need him. But if you just try and grab him, the little thing buggers off up the maze. and we can't get him. So of course we're going to need some bait. And of course we have some bait. Corn. But if we just put it down, he's just going to eat it and fly away again. So, let's make sure he can't, shall we? Drug the corn with your beer.
Alcohol-soaked corn. This should give something a decent hangover.
Okay. Here, little rooster. There we go. This lovely corn, eat it. There we go. Yoink. Gotcha. Now, we are going to need him relatively shortly. But first, we're going to trek to the other side of the garden, because there's someone we want to meet. And it's here where we'll find another item that we need. A beekeeper over here. Hello there. How you doing?
Keep loving them bees there, sir.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
I said, do please keep away from the bees. They're very dangerous. You need the right equipment, see? A veil, smoke, that kind of thing.
Oh, come on, they're not that dangerous, are they?
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Last fellow here who tried to mess with that hive ended up stung, bewitched, and turned into the helpless love slave of the bee queen.
Really?
As the gods judge me, sir, he was off there collecting pollen day and night just for the privilege of seeing her mandibles crease up in a smile, sir. Awful. Awful the degradation he got put through, sir.
Oh, gods, it must have been horrible.
Yes, sir. The pollen made me sneeze something awful.
I think at this point I should buzz off.
Oh dear. Right. Let's try and pick his brains about bees, shall we?
So you really like bees a lot then?
Oh, yeah, they're wonderful little things, sir. Such rich and varied lives. Zooming into the hive and zooming out again. And poetry. Pure poetry in motion. No one pays them enough attention, sir, that's what I think. If only someone would give the little darlings the recognition they deserve.
Quite.
I mean, it's all ants these days, sir. Ants this and ants that. And ants can carry 100 times their own body weight. And
Yes, now, look.
I mean, it's nothing a bee can't cap, sir. Look at your basic regurgitation process. Or the
Ew.
fascinating little dances bees perform. Point. I see a flower filled with nectar. Point. Watch out for the spider's web over in that tree. Point. The clover's coming into bloom. Where's he gone then? Oh, he was just getting into the really interesting bits.
Right. Now he seems to like his bees a hell of a lot, but we're gonna need access to them. And since he's so hopelessly head over heels in love with bees, we might give him some incentive to go away.
A brochure about do-it-yourself clickies.
Let's give him the brochure.
Look, here's something that may interest you. You seem to know all about bees. Why don't you make a clicky about them? You could then pass on all your knowledge, so to speak.
You don't say. You know, you may just have something there. It's time the world knew the facts about bees.
Lovely. Now we have the hives all to ourselves. Now it said we need beeswax to make our candles. But not just any kind of beeswax, mind. Dribbly beeswax. And the way we get that is to heat things up a little. Sprinkle a little chili on these flowers and see what happens. So let's see what happens. Come on, little bees. Come on. Whenever you're ready. There we go. Whoop. Should heat things up a little. There we go. Great. Okay. Now, as the beekeeper so wisely said, we need protection against the bees, so take the petticoat and put it on your head. That way, at least our face is protected. And we also want some smoke. So, let's light an incense stick. There we go. And then, when the bees come back, which they will, there we go, use it on them. Now you've got to do this pretty quick before the smoke wears off. If you double click the hives, there, get the beeswax. And then if you use the pot in the hive, you'll get some honey too, which will also be useful later on. Right, I think that's everything we've got now. Okay, now we've got the dribbly beeswax, we can go back to the lady in the wandering shop, and she will make us some lovely dribbly candles, which we need for the rite. Hello again. Here's your dribbly beeswax. Make us some candles.
Here's some nice sweaty and dribbly beeswax. Could you make me some candles, please?
Certainly, my dear.
Thank you. There we go. Dribble, dribble, dribble.
There we are, dribbly candles. Just suitable for consorting with loathsome horrors from beyond the shrieking nightmares of mortal man. Here, what you planning, your highness? You're not trying to put one across on your husband or something, I hope.
Look, I keep telling you I am not a princess. And I am not engaged in summoning evil entities from beyond. We got plenty of demons running around the university in any case. Mostly they study law.
Law? Why law?
It's the wizard's fault, really. Everyone keeps saying that they want a demon to do their will. Too much setup and not enough joke there, I feel. Excuse me, I think I have to leave.
There we are. There's our candles. Right. Now then, before we head to the second place that we haven't been to yet, I'm going to pop back to the shades. Oh, hello again.
Oh, hello, it's you again.
He says, hello, how are you? And shouldn't you be getting a move on and get Death back on his feet?
That's very clever. Where did you come from?
You'd have to ask my mother and father. They never tell me. That's just a familiar little joke.
Yeah, a very familiar little one. That's just a little bit of sarcasm.
You just wait until I get my own body back, young man. I'll give you sarcasm.
We'll find out whose body that belongs to very soon. But we're gonna nip back in the troll's head, not because we're raging alcoholics, but because there's somebody we have to look at in here. This vampire over here, who looks very nervous. Hey there, man.
Oh, blood, blood, blood.
I'm sorry?
Nothing. Just trying to get into the role, that's all.
Oh yes, roll.
So, you're a vampire then?
Indeed. Child of darkness, hell brethren, that sort of thing. Well, it's a job. Someone's got to do it.
So what do you do? I mean, I've often wondered just how a vampire spends its time.
Well, I am the knight, you see.
No, not really.
Well, that is just my point. How is anybody supposed to be the knight? It's not much of a job description now, is it? It's not as if you're even asked. Just one night you're walking home and woof, you're a vampire.
Is it that bad, though? I mean, think of all the advantages.
What advantages? You tell me.
Ooh, lower food bills, low-cost housing, and black goes with everything, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, but it's this whole night thing that gets me. I never stayed out beyond 8 p.m. in the old days, and now look at me. It's like the black hole of Jelly Baby out there. I keep falling over. Being undead doesn't mean I've got eyes like a cat, you know. I mean, I wish I had, but I haven't. So if I want to do any really good stalking, I have to carry a lantern, which pretty much defeats the whole business. I look silly.
Well, is there some way other than just stalking?
Well, I tried advertising. Wanted. Victims to be drained of their lifeblood by a hungry vampire. Yeah, you'd be astonished at how little response there was.
Quite.
And when I thought about it, the whole business seemed wrong. So I decided to give the whole blood thing a miss and start sucking something else. So I started on strawberry jam.
Did it work?
Well, it tastes better, but now look what's happened.
Oh.
See? I rotted my teeth. Who ever heard of a vampire with false teeth?
I'd sympathise with you more if I didn't have this awful foreboding that I'm going to have to use you later on as part of some overcomplicated little scheme.
Yep, I'm afraid you're right there, Rincewind. Oh, vampire with false teeth. But we might have to take advantage of that. So what we're going to do, we're going to pop outside. We need to get him to return to his coffin. And the only way we can do that is to convince him that it's dawn already. But our rooster is obviously still a little drunk.
One rooster, totally plastered.
Exactly. So, he's gonna need a wake-up call. Down some coffee, my brother. There you go. There we go. There we go. Fabulous. Now he can do what he's supposed to do.
Spare a gold.
Crow.
Spare a gold piece.
Alright, Count. I'm afraid you're gonna have to Skype her. What on earth are you doing to that rooster? There we go. Boop. There we go. And there's his teeth. Great. Okay. Okay. Time to visit the only place in Ankh-Morpork we haven't visited yet. The cemetery. Okay, pick up that pickaxe. That's gonna come in handy. We'll talk to this woman here, Suffragester.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome.
Overcome what?
What was that, fascist?
I'm asking just what it is that you want to overcome. Who tied you up like this?
I've tied myself here, yeah, me, pig. Now try and repress me out of that.
You tied yourself up?
It's an act demonstrating freedom, see? Well, it demonstrates my freedom to tie myself to anything I want to, whenever I want to. That's one of your basic human rights, right? And I'll fight to keep a hold of it.
You mean you want to fight for the right to lose your freedom?
Right on! Don't you want to know what I'm protesting about?
I was half hoping to avoid it, but do go on.
I'm protesting for the right to have female members of the Fools and Jesters Guild, and I will not be moved.
Why are you protesting about it over here in the cemetery? Why don't you go and do it outside the Jesters Guild?
They never have anything worth tying yourself to over at that end of town. I like this, though. Quite a nice little steak, if you don't mind my saying so. Not an absolute prime choice, mind, but getting there.
Then by all means be my guest. Excuse me, I think it's probably time for me to take my medicine.
Oh dear, suffragisters. Gotta love them, haven't you? Whoa! Hello. Hello, window.
Ah! Ha ha! Another one! Go find your own grave, you rotten fool!
Windle?
Windle? Gad! That's my private name. Ah, you still remember, lad? Oh, great days they were. Great days. Life? Pff, you don't know what life is until you're dead. It was great, all that breathing and walking around in the fresh air. Oh, I tell you, if I had my time all over again, I wouldn't reincarnate.
So, how are you adjusting then?
Oh, I'll never get used to this grave, I'll tell you. The walls are so thin. All you can do here is lie around and listen to what the neighbours say.
So, what's it like? Being dead, I mean.
Oh, I've had enough of it. The hours are too long for a start. Here, keep the wretched dead and alive hole.
Wait, what am I supposed to do with a grave?
Use it as a small swimming pool,
I can't swim.
I never said you had to fill it with water, did I? Yoicks and away!
Right. Well, it looks like I have a real mission then. I either restore death to his rightful place, or else we'll be up to our armpits in gaunt, dark-eyed young Gothic girls dressed in black, all pretending that they can quote romantic poetry. Actually, that doesn't sound bad at all. Nah. Onward!
Yep, onward indeed. And here we are, in the most foreboding vampire crypt. And we want those false teeth. So, luckily, we have a way up. So let's get up there. There we go. Grab the teeth before he notices. Okay, climb down. Right, now we've got to do something rather disturbing, but it's the only way we're going to get it. We're going to have to bite the mouse to get its blood. Not nice. Oh dear. Oh. Oh. Poor mouse. Right, now then, we need to put the blood in the test tube. Like that, there we go. And look at this, check out the mouse now.
An undead mouse.
An undead mouse. Now that is something else. Right, now just let me check. We've got glitter dust, we've got 3 sticks, we've got the smell, we've got the dribbly candles, and we've got the mouse's blood. I believe we have everything. So, let's head on back to the Arch-Chancellor. Ooh, get me, Arch-Chancellor. Arch-Chancellor, rather. And, sorry guys, I've been rehearsing for a play and I've got to do a kind of posh accent, so it's rubbing off on me now. Right. Here you go, Arch-Chancellor. Here's all your stuff. Okay. Oi! Wake up, man. We've got stuff for you. Yeah? Mouse's blood first.
There you go. Bet you thought a mouse didn't hold that much blood.
How exactly... No, never mind. Some things are best left unknown.
Yep, this one in particular. Here's your 3 sticks.
Look at this. Sticks, 3 thereof, all exactly alike. Precisely as specified.
Oh, very good. What did you do then? Just go and get some sticks from the garden?
Well, I never.
Well, obviously you did.
Not wrong. We did just go and get them from the garden. Yeah, dribbly candles.
Here we are. Genuine dribbly candles. And it wasn't only the bees that sweated getting these.
Not strictly necessary, but I suppose they'll look nice.
Not strictly necessary. Ooh. After we spent all that trying to get them. Right, here. Have this in your face. Vile smell.
Here you are. One vile stench.
What's this then? Looks more like a genie in a bottle.
You'll get a lot more than you wish for if you open it.
And lastly, glitter dust.
Here we are then. Glitter dust for your perusal.
Ah, right you are, my boy. Excellent. We'll make a junior apprentice wizard out of you yet.
But I'm already an assistant wizard, 3rd class.
The day is still young.
Right. Well, that's it then.
Hey,
That's 3 sticks of wood, 4 cc's of mouse blood, glitter, stench, and dribbly candles.
Really? What for?
For the right of Ash Kent. You said we needed it. I spent ages getting the right stuff.
Ooh, I don't think so. For that one, you need to open the book, light the bell, and ring the candle. Or was it light the book, open the bell, and ring the candle? Something like that. Yes, off you go. We need a candle, a book, and a bell.
You're not serious, are you?
Of course not. I just love watching the pathos crossing your helpless little face. Come on, let's get these sticks and dribbly candles and do this Ash Kent thing, shall we?
yes, let's. Ooh, hold your nose. Bit of glitter.
Ooh.
Ew. Oh dear.
Come, Mr. Tallyman. Come,
Oh, I find this
tally me
hilarious.
banana. We're gonna summon death here, then have jelly for our afters.
Oh god.
Knee boom, leg boom, head boom, hop.
Oh, good grief.
Didn't quite come out as planned, did it?
Who started us off on this?
Look, I worked long and hard to get this stuff. Can we at least treat this ceremony with a little bit of... Damn it, I've lost my train of thought now. What's that word I was looking for? The one used for describing distinction. Differentiation of treatment.
Repression?
No, it's not going to be repression, is it? We can't treat a ceremony with a sense of repression.
Dictatorship of the proletariat?
What?
The dictatorship of the proletariat. That results as an inevitable reaction against repression.
Look, I think this would work better if everyone just got back on track. It's time we acted with a little bit of class.
Class, that was it. The word was class.
What word?
I don't know, but I'm sure it was important.
What was?
Whoop. Oh, there he is.
How long have you been here, then?
Since the banana. Will this take long? I'm on holiday. It's good here. Sun, sheep, sand, hats with corks. No worries. I'm supposed to have a chunder in a minute.
A chanda? What's a chanda?
You know, I'm not sure, but it sounds interesting.
Now look here, you. This city is in chaos. I mean, how dare you go swanning off to foreign lands while we're up to our armpits in undead? Now you get right back here and get back to work.
Work? I don't remember any work. All I remember is a great big bang. Then an eternity of beer. And no worries, mate.
Lucky blighter.
Now, I've had about enough of this. You get off that thingamy, get those corks out of your hat, and...
Oh dear. Oh, well that didn't last long.
What? Now, just you come back here. I have a plan.
Oh, no.
Rincewind, lad! How wonderful to see you looking so well, so very sprightly, so very, shall we say, so very mobile.
You want me to go find out where Death has gone?
Oh, only if you don't want to spend the rest of your life staring out across a pond at all the other toads.
Frogs?
If you prefer.
If we had a proper union like the alchemists do, I'd have a few harsh words for you.
Like a dictatorship of the,
Oh, shut up.
Act 2. Come die with me.
Right. And as we progress into Act 2, it is here where we shall end this video and shall continue in the next one. So, see you there, peeps.